He is the quarterback for the Detroit Lions. Matthew Stafford back on the program. Good morning, Matthew. How are you?
Morning, Dan. Doing good. How are you, bub?
We were talking about the show Friends, and we just noticed that one of your children is named Chandler.
Mm-hmm.
Is Chandler named after Chandler Bing from Friends?
No, unfortunately not. That's a family name for my wife. So, good character, no doubt, but didn't make the cut for why we named her.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on. That's all we wanted to talk to you.
You guys have a good day.
What is it like with the kids when you come home after a game?
It's honestly a blast. That's my favorite part. Win, lose, draw, doesn't matter. I come home and they're running up to me. I usually work days. Usually getting home about a half hour before bedtime, so I get to hang with them for about 30 minutes, which is probably just the right amount of time. And but I get to hang with them for that, and then put them down and hang out the rest of the night. But it's awesome. They're a blast.
Okay. Does your wife Kelly then let them know Dad had a bad day or go easy on him?
No, it's full on let it rip when I get home. But I'm always happy to see him too. It's they put a smile on my face pretty easily, so it's fun.
Do you follow what's going on with these other quarterbacks? Breeze has surgery. Ben's out for the year with surgery. Daniel Jones just got named starter with the Giants. Do you follow the quarterbacking carousel?
Yeah, I do a decent amount. Always just trying to see what other guys are doing, how they're playing, how they're leading their teams, all that kind of stuff. The injuries were really unfortunate. There's been quite a few, early on in this season, bunch of guys either getting, obviously the Jets have a guy sick, then the next guy gets hurt. I mean, they're down to 3. It was kind of a tough weekend for quarterbacks. But, I pay attention to it. I'm just happy that so far this year I've been pretty healthy.
Do you play not to get hurt? Can you possibly play that way?
No, I don't think so. Not at all. Every once in a while you got to be smart and slide and run out of bounds. That's the best thing you can do. But most of the time you're just going out there letting it rip, trying to do anything you can to help your team win.
How do you play differently now, let's say 5 years ago? Or have the rules allowed you to play differently?
I think I play about the same. I try to, learn as much as I can from 5 years to now, but and try and play smarter, but not always the case. No, I don't think there's much of a difference. Obviously, I think they're protecting players all across the field, not only the quarterbacks, as much as they possibly can. And I think that's good for the games. The guys can be healthy and play week in and week out. But as far as my attitude towards the game, it's the same.
What's the best audible word that you've had?
Oh, my gosh.
Anything that makes you laugh when you say it?
No, I try not to use those. There's been quite a few that have been close, and we've had some ideas during the week, but never good when the offensive line is chuckling before we say said hut. So we try to lock it in and keep it serious.
I don't know if you could have this audible this weekend against the Eagles. I don't know if you take suggestions or not.
What do you got for me?
Okay. Matt Ryan is going to use one of my guys' names, McLovin, who works on the show, in his game against the Colts. Now, Fritzy, who always reaches out to book you at least once a year, he's the one you talk to. So I don't know if you get to the line of scrimmage against the Eagles and just feel comfortable enough to go, Fritzy, set hot.
I'll see what I can do. Maybe it's just a dummy audible for us,
Well, that's what he is for us.
Exactly. That's what I figured. It was perfect. But, I'll see what I can do.
All right. I mean, that's not asking too much, I don't think, right?
I don't think so. Yeah. It'll be good.
Because if you ask me to do something on my show, and it could be a reference to you or your family or your kids, I would do that for you. Just to let you know. I know when you go to the line of scrimmage, you got other things. Like if Chandler did well in school, I'd be more than happy to, give her a shout out.
Post a report card or something for me?
Yes, I would do
what a guy.
Did you know, when you were coming out of high school, was it you and Tebow, the two top quarterbacks?
Yeah, he was in my class. Yeah, we were both up there. There were a few other guys for sure. Josh Freeman was up there, Jevin Sneed, a couple other guys. But, yeah, Tebow was a superstar for sure when we were young. Okay,
but that was competition? Like, did you... were you keeping an eye on what Tebow was doing?
I really wasn't super into high school football and rankings and where people were going to college. I know that sounds dumb, especially the way it is nowadays with kids getting scholarships at 10 years old, it seems like. But I was just kind of focused on my team and let the kind of chips fall where they may, I guess.
Yeah, I'm wondering. I mean, it's so crazy. If it wasn't Georgia, where were you going to go?
I don't know. I grew up in Texas, so Texas was up there for sure. Both my parents went to Florida State, so I wanted to go to Florida State there for a little bit. Those were probably the other two that I was seriously considering.
How are the Lions? How do you feel about this team?
Good. I feel good. Obviously, week one came away with a tie, which was unfortunate. I thought we played well. We just didn't finish the game. And then, this past week, I think it was a little bit of, the opposite, where we didn't play as well, but we finished the game and got a win against the Chargers. So that was a big one for us at our place. Anytime you win at home, it's big in this league. And then, obviously, got a big one coming up this week against Philly at their place. Really talented team. So it'll be a good challenge for us.
But what's that like to walk off the field with a tie?
It's honestly the first time I've tied in a football game ever, I think. I was trying to think back and remember. Maybe we all got orange slices and Capri Suns when I was, 7 years old and we tied. But it's been a long time since that, and it was kind of a weird feeling. I imagine, for the Cardinals, it probably felt like more of a win, and for us a little bit more of a loss, just considering we were ahead the most of the game. They did a great job of coming back, and we kind of didn't do a good job finishing, so it was a sour taste, but it was nice to come out and get a win, the week after that.
But if I said, let's settle this, you and Kyler Murray, let's see who can throw it the furthest.
I don't know. Kid's got a pretty big arm. He's young, healthy. I for sure am taking the L in a 40-yard dash. So,
could he outrun if he ran backwards, Matthew? Could he beat you
probably.
in a 40-yard?
Probably. That'd probably be a good race.
How fast is he? Because I always tell my guys, when you watch on the sidelines, it's a completely different game. When you're watching on TV, it looks so easy, and guys, you can't really tell how fast they are and how strong.
It's wild. I always tell people until you watch a game from the sidelines, you don't understand, just because you hear it too, the violence, the hits on the sidelines and everything. I mean, it's a violent game, and guys are running around flying. But he's for sure way faster than me. And when we played him, he looked, 4.4, 4.3. He was rolling. I would
never have played or had my kids play. If I was down on the sidelines and you watch that and hear those collisions, and you hear it. It is, there's no way I'd let my kid play.
Yeah, I understand people that say that, that wouldn't. I think it's an individual decision, no question. I understand both ways. It's a great game. It's given me a lot, I've loved every minute of it. Had some great experiences, got to experience a bunch of stuff that I probably would have never experienced. But at the same time, it's a toll on your body, and it's a tough decision to make.
He's Matthew Stafford, got the Eagles on the road. I'll leave you with this. If you had stayed with baseball, finish that sentence.
I would probably be riding around on a bus in the minors right now, hacking it for about right above the Mendoza line and trying to play shortstop or third base. It wouldn't have been pretty. But, no, I loved playing, but I picked the right sport.
Yeah, but you throw harder than Clayton does, right?
No, he's better. He's a better pitcher. I wasn't that good of a pitcher. I was more of a shortstop, catcher, third baseman kind of guy. But I don't think I would have hit good enough to, to really play. So
you're not alone there.
I could have developed a knuckleball maybe and stuck around for a while. So that was it.
If they didn't let him throw breaking balls, I would have been okay. It's those damn breaking balls, Matthew. It's like, that's not fair.
I don't get it. It should be illegal.
Good luck against the Eagles. Always great to have you, and hope the family's well.
I appreciate it.
And remember, it's Fritzy on the Audible.
Fritzy.
The dummy Audible.
I got it.
Thank you, Matthew.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on BR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.